I'm Angella Sharp, and welcome to the Daily Mix. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Now, by now, if you've spent any time on any sort of social media at all, you've seen all the rumors about who Taylor Swift might be dating. By the way, that has got to be so annoying that every time you date anybody, it's such a big deal. Well, now it's a big, big deal because it's Travis Kelce, apparently, from Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I get it. I get that he is a talented football player, but this man, in my opinion, is not even kind of attractive. Like, I do not even kind of understand why she would want to date him. Maybe he's funny. I have listened to his podcast that he has with his brother. His brother seems nice. His brother seems funny. But he kind of seems, you know how there's that fine line between confidence and arrogance? It seems like he took that arrogance line and went way over there. I don't necessarily understand it, but apparently that's all the rumors. So obviously she was at the game over the weekend and they saw her in the box. Even the NFL on their Twitter posted that Taylor Swift was there. So it's a big deal that Taylor Swift showed up there to go see, apparently, Travis play football. And they were leaving together, and there's video of them leaving, and it looks like they're like probably in the underbelly of wherever the Chiefs play. And they're not holding hands or anything. I kind of hope it's all for publicity and really she's just messing with everybody because she can do better. Anyway, let's move on past that. A little bit later on in the show, we're gonna get ready for Halloween, basically. We're gonna get ready hardcore. I have Franki Cambeletta on here today, and he's gonna tell us about the Garage, the Haunted Garage Horror Film Festival. He's been on before. He's gonna tell us why it's bigger and better this year, but it always sounds like a lot of fun. So let's get started on today's Daily Mix. Discover the wonders of Italy without ever leaving St. Louis at the Magic House's new exhibit, Ciao, Bambini. From the hills of Tuscany to the streets of Rome, visitors can explore the enchanting world of Italy and see what it's like to grow up there compared to here. This genuine Italian experience highlights Italy's architecture, art, and food, and includes a variety of activities like learning to make pasta in a tradition Italian home, serving up treats like gelato, and picking up some Italian. So much more to offer there. Ciao Bambini is now open. For more information, visit magichouse.org. Now this October, Archangels 3x3 basketball will host their first ever $4,000 Hard to Guard Me 3x3 basketball league for men 19 and older. This 4-week league will feature teams with multiple gameplay, a shot clock, timed and officiated games, and of course a lot more fun. Now, don't forget about the $4,000 grand prize. That is enough to make anybody want to play. The league starts on October 18th. The deadline to register is Tuesday, October 3rd. You can register and learn more at archangels3x3.com. Now, Tuesday, October 3rd is also National Night Out in St. Louis. I feel like we've been talking about this forever, but that's because there was a deadline to register and to get those party ideas, but now it is the time. Neighbors across the city will be gathering for fun, food, and fellowship that evening. You can find a list of neighborhood block parties and a National Night Out party map on the city's website at stlouis-mo.gov. Or you can just scan the QR code that's right there on your screen. I don't think you're gonna wanna miss this. It seems like a great time to connect with everybody else in the community. Now this weekend, Arch Bark, presented by Purina, returns bigger and better than ever. This fun, free event includes a 1-mile dog walk, music, local pet vendors, lawn games, and of course, the chance to become a Bark Ranger. Now, it all takes place this Sunday, October 1st, from 12 to 3 at the North Gateway of the Gateway Arch National Park. You can find a full schedule and all the details at archpark.org/archpark. St. Louis VegFest also returns this weekend, now in its 5th year. This annual event promotes cruelty-free, plant-based food, goods, and services, all on one special day. There's going to be around 70 vendors. They will be showcased, and there will also be a variety of speakers, free yoga, music, and entertainment, and a bunch of fun activities for the kids. VegFest returns from 10 to 5 this Sunday, October 1st, at the World's Fair Pavilion in Forest Park. Visit stlouisvegfest.org to check out their lineup of vendors, presenters, and more. And it's almost October, which means Zootoberfest is also back. Enjoy a zoo-themed, family-friendly Oktoberfest with something for everyone. There'll be a variety of fun activities for the kids, plus German-inspired food, beer trailers throughout the zoo, live music, and of course, you can always visit with the zoo's animals in all of their regular exhibits and attractions. Zootoberfest takes place on Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 4, September 30th through October 8th at the St. Louis Zoo. You can learn more about this free event at stlzoo.org/Zootoberfest. All right, we all know it, right? It's been 50 years since one of the most terrifying horror films ever landed in theaters. The Exorcist shocked audiences around the world in 1973, and as we all know, it is apparently based on a true story out of St. Louis, but it was a boy, not a girl. Anyway, this Friday, a new chapter begins. The Exorcist Believer. Are you ready? Let's check out this trailer. Get ready to get scared.
Scared.
We've met before.
Are you looking for Reagan?
Are you looking for Reagan?
She burns in hell!
Reagan, go!
What do you think evil is? I'll tell you what I think it is. We're born in this world with hope and dreams and a desire to be happy.
Dad?
Something's going on with my daughter.
No! No!
It's happening to my daughter too.
The devil has one wish.
Wherever those girls went, they brought something back with them.
To make us lose faith.
But I believe you can help get our daughters back.
To kill it in us. And the devil never gives up.
She knows who I am. Where's the other girl?
She's waiting for you.
What you're doing here is dangerous. People have died on both sides of possession.
Come home, baby. Come back to us, okay?
If you don't make it, I don't make it.
Mama!
What is it, baby?
I can't hear you.
Baby, I'm right here.
I don't want to go to hell.
God played that trick on you.
There are 2 heartbeats. Is it working?
They're beating in sync.
Be strong.
What did you do?
One girl lives, one girl dies.
You get to choose.
You guys aren't going to be able to tell at home due to the magic of television, but we had a lot of technical difficulties on that preview. And so Lauren, who's operating camera one, said she doesn't trust it. She thinks maybe it's coming to get us all. I mean, based out of St. Louis. So who better to have here than Franki Cambeletta? I messed it up earlier. I was so excited to have you on and talking about the Haunted Garage Horror Film Fest. Yeah. So first of all, let's kind of talk about this Exorcist. You're into that.
I am, very much so, yes. I have a paranormal team. We actually work with a paranormal team called Haunted Souls right out of here. It's their group, and then Haunted Garage works with them to do investigations.
Ah, so cool.
Yeah, and then I think Blumhouse is doing an incredible job with this one. Okay. I think that there's just, I think the acting alone, if you just see the trailer, I think that people, you know, there's been a couple misses on the Exorcist films.
For sure.
I think Believer is going to be making people believe again in the series. So I think what Blumhouse has done, I think he made a really funny joke with Taylor Swift. I don't know. Yeah. But this is how they handle things over at Blumhouse. It's really cool. He said, "Look what you made me do," and he had to move his film because her documentary was coming out.
Right.
So they have a great humor. They work well with people, so I'm really excited about it. Unfortunately, it starts the same night as my premiere.
Well, let's talk about yours. Let's talk about yours because that is what we're here for. You've been on the show before.
Yes.
You've been doing this for a while.
Yes.
So let's just say somebody has never heard about it. What would you tell them about the Haunted Garage Horror Film Fest?
It's horror film destination. It really is. If you're a horror film fanatic and you just, you know, there are so many things going on in a weekend in St. Louis. As you know, October is one of our big spooky months. So what we did this year, which has been different, is you can basically pick what you want to do. We have an a la carte menu. You can watch one film, you can watch a block of films, you can stay the whole weekend, which is what we'd love you to do. Meet everybody, coordinate. We want filmmakers, we want young filmmakers, we want everybody to be out there. And we got some big speakers too. So it's a really engaging festival. It's the first real festival in the horror genre that's for filmmakers. We celebrate the filmmaker. Right. We bring them on stage. We do Q&A with them. And everybody that's done a review on Film Freeway for us says that. It's like, this is the festival you have to be at if you want to meet the filmmakers, if you want to see the films that are being done regionally, nationally, right inside the United States. And we have some big films coming out of KC. We got big films right here in St. Louis. Our very own Michael Rich, who stays in LA. He's got another film with us this year called The Q, and it is absolutely terrifying.
Oh!
So yeah, there's a bunch of great films. We have a very young person. I'm not going to mention her name because she's actually a minor, but she is our first and youngest selectee of our festival out of Joplin High School. She has a film called Trick or Treat, and you have to see it. This is incredible filmmaking from such a young person. She'll be there with her mom, so we're excited about that film. Yeah. We're excited about McKenna's film, which is The Candy Crucible. This is going to be the film on Thursday night. We're running it for the kids for the trunk and treat. So if you don't know,
well, let's back up because you got it all out here.
Yeah.
But let's back up a smidgen here. So you've kind of made this one bigger and better than it has been in the past.
Yes.
So you've added on Thursday the trunk or treat, but what are we calling it?
Classic car trunk or treat. So it's haunted cars meets trunk or treating for the neighborhood kids, Dogtown, or anybody actually in the neighborhood that wants to stop by. It's from 3:30 to 6 p.m. It's free candy, free for kids. $5 for adults, but that money goes directly to Stray Rescue STL. We're big dog lovers on the Haunted Garage team. We have a pit bull. We have, a bunch of different rescue dogs on our team. So we're doing this for the pups this year. So come out, support us. There's $6 mixed drinks and $2 beers. Thank you from an in-kind donation from Four Hands. They gave us 96 bottles of beer. Actually, cans of beer, but it's fun for everybody.
I feel like we should start singing a song. 96 bottles of beer on the wall.
Exactly.
You got that going on.
We've got some of the best beer.
Okay, so let's kind of walk it through for somebody who's new. Like, sure. I know about it. But so Thursday, you've got this trunk or treat with the haunted cars.
Yes.
What happens on Friday?
So after the trunk or treat, we're doing our opening of festival. So last year's winners from Tennessee will be here with their film Chest. We also have last year's winner of short film, which was Michael Rich, had Viral. We're going to show those two films, and then we'll have another couple other blocks. The big film on Friday, of course, is Black Mold, and the tickets are selling out for this one already. So.
And there's a good reason for that.
Yes, this one just got picked up by Raven Banner, so this is the last time you probably see it in theaters because it's going to the streaming, and we're so excited for him and his team. They're out of Kansas City, so it's crazy. Like John Pata, the director, he's a Missouri boy, so it's nice to have him headlining kind of on Friday night.
For sure.
We have some great speakers, as you know, going on Friday. We have Athena Tikis, who is from Arizona State University, talking about real zombies that live around us and what happens if it happens.
Real zombies who live around us. Sounds kind of scary.
Yes, from the insect world to the microorganism world to microbiology to all these types of things. And then she'll talk a little bit about what does it look like if an actual apocalypse happens with zombies? Because once again, we have a lot of data points from COVID as to see what a pandemic looks like. So it's going to be a really cool talk.
It's going to be interesting because as we were talking prior to you coming out here, COVID kind of illuminated a lot of things, like we are obsessed with toilet paper. We don't know why. We need toilet paper. We need to make sure that's a thing.
Yeah.
And then you have half the population that doesn't trust the rules and regulations, and the other half that does willingly. So if you had an apocalypse, what would happen? Yeah,
and that's exactly why I wanted to bring her here, because this is great for young filmmakers to be like, I want to do a film like that.
Yeah.
And so now you have kind of the backing of not only one PhD, but two. You have Colton Scribner coming back to Why We Love Monsters and Serial Killers. He's giving that speech right now in the UK at the True Crime Fest in Leeds. So it's a big speaking engagement for him. He's going to be here. And once again, you can buy tickets just for the speakers if you don't want to watch haunted films, but you want to know a little bit more about why do I like serial killers so much?
Right.
Or why do I love this monster so much? So I wanted to give something a little bit different. We also have this year another Kansas City director, a big time guy, multiple Emmy Award winner, TV to everything. He had Nailbiter, came out in 2012, 2013, did really well. His name is Patrick Rea. He will be here right after the student showcase, because I want him really to talk about how to get your film distributed. Because this is the biggest loss in our community. It's like, how do I get it on Roku, or how do I get it on Netflix now? So I want to give people the opportunity to sit down and really understand how that works. So it's more of an educational festival where we celebrate filmmakers and we bring in people to give them newer ideas about their next films they're going to put out, but also giving them the education to get their films distributed.
I love how it's very focused on those filmmakers and helping them and giving them the education. But maybe I don't write. I just love horror films. I can just go and watch all the scary movies.
Yeah, I mean, even if you have never written before but have an idea, we have a workshop with Jeff Bassetti, award-winning writer. He's going to be there. He's only taken on 20 people, but he's going to be able to help you craft your stories. He'll tell you about the act structure, what works in film, what doesn't. He's been behind the camera, he's been in front of the camera, and he's been writing for the camera for many years. He's out of AFI, he's out of LA, he sits right there in the heart of it all in Hollywood. So this is a guy that's you don't have these opportunities that much to talk with the real industry pros, and he's going to be there helping people craft their stories. So we have that. These are all available on our events, and you can pick and choose whatever you want this year.
That's what I like, that you are able to pick and choose.
Yeah.
So if you just want to watch the movies, go for it. If you just want to listen to the speakers, you can do that too. Or of course, you'd prefer everybody to come out to all the events.
Yeah, and go see The Exorcist and then come back and tell us all about it.
Well, you can see it the following weekend. We don't need to do it on your weekend.
Yeah.
There's a lot happening here. There's a lot going on in St. Louis. We got to time it out nicely.
Yeah.
I'm excited about your trunk or treat with the classic cars. I'm a classic car enthusiast, and I know you've been working on something personally.
We have our own build that'll be there this year too.
Which is going to be exciting.
We call it the Dementor. So it's a 1971 Nova. It's a mix between Murder Nova, one of our favorite street outlaws, and one of our favorite movies, Death Proof. So it's a mixture of both those cars together. We call it the Dementor.
That's going to be awesome.
So yeah, it'll be right out front. You can take pictures with them and stuff like that right next to the step and repeat. So
love it. So yeah, because you've got a whole red carpet thing happening on opening night.
Yes, we do. Yeah, Thursday night, we're going to rock down the red carpet. We have a professional photographer out of Chicago coming down to take really good pics. So if you're a filmmaker and you need that pic, just come that night, so you'll have that one pic that Getty Images will eventually buy, and so that's a perfect time for you too. It'll have our logo in the background, and the People's Council, who's our big sponsor this year. That and Beetlejuice actually sponsored us, so the musical.
Beetlejuice, the musical.
Yeah, they're like, we're in. So they gave us tickets, they gave us money. People's Council, once again, a great law firm out of Clayton. They just made this big for us. And then everybody started jumping in, from our favorite restaurants like Barrio, Seamus, McDaniel's. Everybody just started coming in. All of the different weed distributors, the cannabis guys, High Point Cannabis. We had,
I feel like that fits with the horror movie world in general, so that works.
You need to take the ease off, take it off a little bit. You might need a little THC or a little CBD, whatever your flavor is. It's right next door. He's giving discounts to everybody that comes to the festival. And then the last thing I want to mention is High Point Drive-In Burger. They're doing a burger for us. I can't believe it.
Okay, I heard about this burger, so tell me more about it, because that's exciting.
The burger is called the Chetty Kruger, and it's absolutely, I'm not telling you what's in it, but I'll tell you what, it has a little spice, it has a little kick, and it's definitely not frightening to eat, but man, it is a very cool creation that the head chef over there is going to do for us for that weekend. And of course, if you show your badge, they're going to give you something too. So the Chetty Kruger is coming out of the High Point Drive-In. So we're excited about that too. So everybody got involved in Dogtown.
I love how everybody has really jumped on it.
They swarmed,
Which is great, because this is an awesome event that I know that you're very passionate about.
Yes.
And I think if anybody talks to you for like 5 minutes, they'd want to be like, yeah, man, what do you need from me? So that's great.
And I'm there. I mean, you can just come up to me, talk to me, tell me about your film. Let's see if we can get you, introduced to somebody that you need, a director, a cinematographer. That's what it's about, too. It's a huge networking opportunity. You're going to see award-winning films, and they're going to be there. They're coming from Kansas City. They're coming from LA. They're coming from Tennessee. Talk to these guys.
Right, because that's really a big part of all this business.
Yes.
Well, let's break it down for those people at home. When is it? How do they get tickets?
Yeah.
How does it all work?
October 5th, 6th, and 7th. Starting with the trunk or treat all the way to the award show on Saturday night at the High Point Theater. Go to our website. You'll see get tickets, get passes. Click those links. That'll take you to Eventive. You can see the full itinerary on Eventive. The High Point has been so gracious. Bree over there has been amazing to us. So we have this beautiful, we have 2 theaters to work with.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be exciting. If you haven't been to the High Point, you got to go to the High Point.
I think everybody loves the High Point,
it's
especially here in St. Louis.
It is definitely haunted. I'm trying to prove this to Bree, but I will eventually. The paranormal team's going to be there. They're one of our vendors. So
perfect. We're going to find out all the hauntedness.
Exactly.
Definitely check them out and drop those social media handles for everybody.
The Haunted Garage.
The Haunted Garage?
The best way to get to us, too, because all the films, all the stuff is going to be on the social media.
You got to keep up, and I'm sure we're going to see your car on there after you reveal it on the show. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, if you're into cars, hauntedness, or you're trying to make movies, this is kind of the event for you.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Frankie, for joining us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Definitely check out the Haunted Garage and make plans to see that film festival, especially if you like anything a little scary. After you follow them, make sure you follow us on Facebook, YouTube, X. You can even drop us a line at thedailymix@stltv.net. We want to hear from you. That's going to do it for the Daily Mix. We keep it right here on STL TV and Experience St. Louis. I'll see you next time.